Yeah, welcome back to the EnerJ Cup monthly finals, guys. Spawning here in the top right corner of the map here in game number 2. On the map, Yansu, it is our blue Terran player, JJakji. Oh, right, I gotta copy paste media links and things. Oh, where'd that guy's Facebook go? Did I close that page? I'm such a scumbag. Oh, it's facebook.com/. Oh, well, that's JJakji's full Twitter. I meant to just copy his ad sign. But hang on, facebook.com/ESC Fear, I think? Yeah, cool. His opponent in the lower left corner of the map, he is red, he's Protoss. He's really young at 14 years old. It is from ESC Gaming, Fear. You find him on Facebook, not Twitter. He doesn't have a Twitter, guys. At ESC Fear. Well, facebook.com/ESC Fear. I'm sorry. Giving out player Facebooks is weird, because like I never normally do that. It's just the he doesn't have a Twitter, and that's understandable. So, yeah, a bit of a rough start here for our young Protoss player, but, you know, he comes into this series kind of the underdog, expected against a player like JJakji. He is, of course, a great player, qualified for WCS, former GSL champion. I could list off all of his achievements, but it doesn't matter because the most impressive thing about this guy is his ladder record. Seriously, nobody can touch him. I don't know what it is currently, but he's seriously got like one of the highest win rate percentages in Europe, much less the world. So, pretty baller guy. Yansu's another map, actually, just thinking on this. Yansu's another map where perhaps Blink could work. I don't know. I would really like to see if he could pull it off. Because I feel very strongly he was going for it in that first game. The only problem was JJakji had scanned it. If Fear had managed to get a scout off into JJakji's base, you might have noticed there was only Marines, no Marauders, and still followed through. We'll see if that ends up being the case again or not. A little bit of a worker scuffle going on, but not the biggest deal. Probe should eventually win this fight. It regenerates shields, and unfortunately, an SCV does not. But also has the big brother Zealot. So JJakji's got to get out of town. You came to the wrong dongerhood. Still trying to block this out. Almost gets the kill. Does get the kill. There's like a double kill, but it doesn't really count because it's for 2 different players. But okay, a small victory, but a victory nonetheless. As this Nexus coming down now instead of say 10 seconds ago. Not a massive delay, but a cool one. The old JJakji's actually reactoring out 2 Reapers. If you could Chronos a Terran player, that'd be pretty OP. Well, actually, you can Chronos a Terran player, technically. Okay, this is so dumb. If you're a Zerg player and you're playing like a multiple map thing, you can mic control a Protoss with a Neuroparasite, build a Nexus, then do the same thing with an SCV, and then that Nexus can Chrono out buildings. A lot of people don't know this. Fun facts, the more you know. Chrono also does some pretty cool things to other races. It makes energy on the command center tick a little bit faster, so you get mules quicker. It makes larva spawn hatchery. These are all mechanics that you'll never see in professional gameplay, or you should never see in professional gameplay, but still pretty neat to know. +1 weapons coming out here for JJakji, and he's going for that second rack, so I think his aggression plus that earlier Nexus kind of makes him a little more confident in not having to deal with oracles. Now you will note that only 1 Reaper is over here despite the fact that he made 2. Of course, they're the one sitting back here at the watchtower. Needs to keep an eye on any sort of counterattack that he might have missed with this Reaper dancing around the base. But okay, JJakji marching across the map here. Small amount of Marines, but enough to take on a Stalker with the Reaper if he can stay within the bushes, because of course the Stalker can't see over that sort of faux high ground vision that the bushes provide. Reaper does have to be careful it doesn't go down here. It is getting dangerously low, and combat drugs have not kicked in yet. JJakji a little bit bold with that, but still manages to force out the overcharge and actually loses no units for it yet. This Marine may go down, but he's going to chase back that Stalker. He's got enough Marines here to take on that Mothership Core. He can get through the Zealot, but he's got to chew through it first in Fear. This is a really weird push to see, but those Reapers take out the Stalker, they take out the Zealot, and now there's no pushing power here for Fear, but more importantly, there's almost no defensive capabilities. It only takes 3 Marines to take on a Mothership Core with this many, even though they're incredibly low. That Mothership Core will die really quickly. Reapers do a pretty decent amount of damage, nothing crazy, nothing insane, but enough to really scare Fear back into his base. A bit ironic, I guess, with his name. But JJakji loses very... well, actually, he lost nothing to that. The only thing dead so far this game is the SCV from earlier on. So that was actually a really skillful push out of JJakji. Now he's going to utilize the back door here, knowing the Mothership, of course, out at the front of the base, and should be able to get a couple worker kills. 2 Reapers, of course, 2-shot the probes here. First probe goes down, second one being driven away. Sorry, my mouse spazzed out for a second there. I like the fact that he did try and get a couple of the ones on gas initially. And Fear just in a bit of a rough spot. More so on top of this, everything he has is revealed. So Twilight Council, the double gateways coming down. I don't know if JJakji saw the Forge necessarily. No, so he doesn't know about the +1 timing. So he might still think this is a bit of a delayed blink. But realistically what we are going to have is Charge Lots, Zealots. Well, I guess that's what Charge Lot infers, but Charge Lots and Storms and +1 armor. A little bit more of a standard game here. I like the earlier Observer here too. There's already one available on the map with another one coming in. Helps against Widow Mines if JJakji was going to go for one of those sort of drops, but also gives you a lot of vision, like right now, seeing the entire army filter out of the base. He knows JJakji's rallying, he knows JJakji's coming for a big attack, and of course that Mothership core needs to be ready for an overcharge. One Reaper makes it back to the main. This is going to get a couple kills, even though he really shouldn't. Overcharge popped off immediately, and a couple Marines going to go down, but not too many. Of course, worth noting, the Overcharge has a little more range than it has vision, just like a siege tank. As far as JJakji goes, I mean, his stim's finishing up here in just a second. This will probably be what prompts him to push. There's a couple of medevacs come across the map. The ability to drop is going to be nice. He's kind of... The small thing with those Reapers, too. Like, yeah, they've killed a couple workers, and that's neat. But what they've really done is revealed the fact that Fear doesn't have the greatest response time. He's not able to keep tabs in multiple places, in multiple locations at once. He doesn't have enough army to split, so big push here into the main, or sorry, the natural entrance point. Or I guess technically the main entrance into the natural, there you go. But Zealots are, of course, not quite with charge, literally seconds away. Really sucks here, about 20 in-game seconds before you'd have that available. Mothership core goes down. Ooh, that means no chance of a secondary overcharge. All these units are so incredibly low, but there's just no way. Not enough Stalkers, no Zealots. Charge is not done. Good game is called. And JJakji will take this series 2-0. It's like Zoidberg. Whoop, 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 whoop.